welcome. So I kind of had this little idea because I feel like sometimes I go on these little bit of rants when I'm making these videos, and then I look at the the time of the video, and it's like 50 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'm like, this is not good. People aren't going to want to click on a video of mine this early into me talking about anything and it being that long. So I'm doing like this, like hopefully shorter, like quicker, shorter videos where I can still rant a little bit, but it's just one point. So if you're curious about that point, you come and you look at that video and you don't look at the other ones. Or if you like what you hear in the first one, then you go and you look on the second one. So for me, this is a channel where if I'm like speaking, because I am gonna put like some other stuff up because I have more than one interest, obviously, and this isn't just gonna be a Manchester United channel. Let's say it's gonna be my channel, me personally. So I'm not going to restrict myself to just doing Manchester United stuff. Now, I'm like the videos where I'm going to be speaking and giving my opinions on stuff. It will be like strictly pretty much on Manchester United. The other stuff I'm gonna do is other things, but me talking and making these videos, it will be all about Manchester United most likely, right? I don't really have anything else that I'm looking to do. And these videos, the reason for these videos is Ruben Amorim, right? I want to break it down into a couple little things. I want to talk about, like, one, what I expect from a new manager, let's say, because I just want to go from my expectations, what I want as a fan, just as a fan of Manchester United, and as somebody who is going to have an opinion. Is these are the things that I want. So for me, I want you to know what I expect, so that the opinions that I give, you'll understand. And so here we go. So for me, when I heard that Erik Ten Hag is getting fired, you're getting a new manager. What are my expectations of a new manager? What do I want the new manager to accomplish, to do? What are the time frames? That stuff is something that I think it should almost be like a universal thing, right? And it almost is, right? I think most fans have a certain thing that they would want a new manager to do. Now, there are different levels of like a club or a team or a group of like players when a manager is coming in, right? A new manager. So there could be a team like, let's say, Liverpool, right? So I'll just give a couple examples in the Prem so that it's easy to just like go from there. Liverpool, right? Slot took over a team that Klopp built for a long time, and it wasn't that he quit because he was like so bad or they wanted him to leave. He left on his own accord, right? I don't think I've seen that he's taken another job yet, unless I'm just hiding, like, living under a rock. But I haven't seen that Klopp has taken a new job yet. So it seemed like it was his decision, because somebody as good as him, if it was the team's decision, another team would have picked him up. So it's a team that he built for 7, 8 years, 9 years, whatever it was, that had won a Prem, that before last season and winning, they had finished second, third, second, or second, third, whatever it was. But it was like they were finishing top 3 in those years. So they were still a very good team. Like, they probably win one of those years when they finished second if it wasn't for a couple of injuries. I remember the one year I thought they were the best team, but I think, was it Van Dijk that got hurt for a while, or somebody got hurt, and like their injuries mounted. Like, I respect Liverpool. Like, I'm gonna want to beat them every time and all that, but they've been really good right now. They've built like Klopp built a monster, and then this guy is building, like, is just adding to that, which is amazing. But there's levels, right? So there's that level where, as a fan, you would have the expectation of that new manager to keep that level or take it to a new one, and that's what Slot did. That's a good manager, right? That's what you would want from your manager. He's doing that. Then there was, honestly, our situation where you're like, the club is in shambles, kind of. People from outside and inside all this are just like, everything just seems to be in shambles, right? I personally think since the Ineos took over, that part of it hasn't been as bad as previous, because they've cleaned up, honestly, a good amount of the stuff that was really bad on the non-managerial end of stuff at United, like the non-having to get like results on the field and coaching players and that stuff, more the recruitment, the purchasing of players, the contracts, all that stuff, right? That's something that they have done so well, like in my opinion, since they came here. But then, like, what did I expect of our manager? So, like, in the position that our manager came in, what I think most of the world would want is for the manager to, one, create a culture, two, to have a style of play, and three, to show improvement, right? And to, like, build and to eventually win, right? The eventually win part is the part where, especially Manchester United, has it reduced, right? Like other clubs, for example, I mean, even just looking back at Klopp, just as like a very quick thing to look at, they gave Klopp 5 years. People will say, oh, well, he didn't finish 15th. That's completely true. I'm not saying that Liverpool, what, actually, what? No, I'm gonna do it while I'm recording, because there's a question I need to know. When did Klopp take over Liverpool? Join Liverpool. So he joined Liverpool 2015, right? So Klopp was appointed manager of Liverpool 2015. Was that in the summer? I'm guessing he like came in during the summer, right? Alright, let's say he didn't, but whatever. So 2015. So EPL table. Okay. So not 2013, but oh god, it doesn't even show that far back. Is that for real? 2014. Right, so 2014, 2015 season EPL standings. Oh, come on, just show me the English Premier League final standings. So Chelsea was crowned. Yeah, just show me the Premier League table, Jesus. What did it finish like? What is this? Why is it so hard to league table? So Chelsea, City, Arsenal, United, Tottenham, Liverpool. Okay, so Liverpool finished in 2014-2015 season. Liverpool finished 6th in the league. So the season before Klopp took over, Liverpool finished 6th in the league. So he stayed pretty much at the level that the team was throughout the first few seasons of his career, and then while he was able to bring in the players that he eventually brought in, the Van Dijks, the Salahs, all of that stuff, and he built his team, then he started to compete. And now Liverpool is what it is because he got the time that he needed. And what did he show? He showed that he had that he was creating a culture. He showed all that stuff. That is something that a Manchester United manager doesn't get. Like a Manchester United manager is not going to get 5 years. They're not even getting one right now. They're not even able to get one year, right? Because when you look at what Amorim's tenure is, and I'll talk about it in another video, it's ridiculous. But they're not even getting 1 year. But for me as a fan, a new manager, they sign a 3-year contract, right? So like for me, those 3 years mean that first year is ups and downs. You have to like figure out a play style. The players are going to learn how to play. They're going to have their ups and downs because it is what it is. It's something new. They're getting used to each other, to the system, to all of that throughout that first season. Okay, second season. But the manager's building that culture, right? Like the behind the scenes, all that stuff that happens that you and I aren't a part of and that you and I don't really see. That kind of stuff is the stuff that needs to be done throughout that year while that other stuff is happening, right? Then what do I want to see is is there a play style, like can I see it? Is there glimpses of like something really good here? Yes, I've seen that. Okay, so cool. And then the improvement throughout the year. So those are the things that I look for in a manager. And then the thing with the contract is that is a 3-year contract. So they're signing a 3-year contract. A team is expecting the manager to, in that first year, kind of fix the stuff that needs to be fixed, like set up the culture, start your play style, and kind of improve through that first year. And then your second year, you start worrying about results and continuing to play like that, being more consistent and continuing that, right? And getting more results. That's what that second year is. And then that third year is either an option year for the manager and the club, or it's like a legit like year. And that's the year that you're supposed to try to win something, right? Like as a manager, that if you have shown through those first 2 years, you get that third year, but in that third year you have to show something. Like you have to at least get to a final and be like at least top 4 in the league, right? Like those are the very minimums of those first 3 years if you haven't won a trophy. But at Manchester United, it's like a 1-year thing, and it's it's a real sad thing to see. So I'll end my video on that. Is those are like, that's what I think a new manager is, like their responsibilities, and what I think is a general like idea of what most managers are being asked to or requested to from a new team that they come in, that they come into. Second video is just gonna be what my thoughts are on our culture, and it's like the beginning of my grading of Amorim so far. So click on the next video as well if you like this one. I'll catch you.